Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and today we are doing the rebuilding challenge part 2. I know yesterday's was kind of a fail. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. I really hope today's will not be a fail. So yeah, I'm going to be selecting a random team any moment now. So yeah, so whenever I stop, that's the team I have to rebuild like last time, and I have to rebuild the Milwaukee Bucks. And I like this team because they have a bunch of young players that I can trade or they can develop. So I want to see if I can load a draft class, and nope, that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to auto generate the rookies. So this is I just want to see if I can trade um uh who should I trade? I don't think I should trade anyone. Yeah. Oh, there's a Gary Payton II? I did not know that. Fun fact of the day. So yeah. We're going to go to coach game plan and see what it's like. Wow. Chris Middleton is getting 41 minutes. I should probably change that. Man, 2K is absurd. Six man's getting almost 30 minutes. Who's our backup shooting guard? Do we not have one? Is that why he has so many minutes? Whatever. Um, yeah, so we should take Greg Monroe's minutes down. And it's only an 8-man rotation right now, which I do not like. So let's see if I can make it a 9 or 10-man rotation. Sorry if I'm getting a little ahead because this is being recorded after I did all this. So I just decreased all the minutes for each player. So first of all, they don't get tired. Second of all, I give more minutes to other players like Thon Maker, Tony Snell, Matthew Dellavedova, and I think Michael Beasley should be our ninth man. So yeah, that's it for now. I am going to sim until the All-Star break or the trade deadline, if I can find it. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to sim until there. So see you guys after that. So as you can see here, we have a 24 and 24 record, which in my opinion is not good at all. So I'm gonna see if I can trade someone, and let's see if anyone is doing bad. So I'm gonna go to statistics and see who is doing good or not. Malcolm Brogdon is probably going to be traded because he is our lowest overall on the starting lineup, and he should have good trade value. So it'd be nice to land a like Jordan Clarkson or a young point guard, and he doesn't even naturally play point guard. He's just playing shooting guard. So yeah, let's see what we can get from Malcolm Brogdon if 2K isn't freezing. Okay. Robert Covington. Philadelphia 76ers always offer Robert Covington, no matter what. No matter what, they always offer him. And the offer I got was for Jordan Clarkson, like I said. And I like this trade because there is also Nick Young in it. You can be our backup small forward when Giannis is not playing. So I like that trade. And we landed Jordan Clarkson to be our starting point guard. And I know he is a lower overall, but he is naturally a point guard and he still has time to develop. And no, I am not letting Matthew Dellavedova be starter. I couldn't find Jordan Clarkson. I went right past him. And I wanted to move Matthew Dellavedova in the rotation. I didn't think he should be a reserve. Let Nick Young be our sixth man. Speaking of Nick Young, he got traded to he signed with the Warriors. The Warriors are getting a ton better. They signed everyone that they wanted back, and they got Omri Caspi and Nick Young. And then they drafted Jordan Bell. They just bought him out. So they are lucky. Like, they broke the NBA. Literally everyone is trying to compete with the Warriors. Like, that's why Chris Paul went to the Rockets, and there's rumors of Carmelo Anthony going to the Rockets too. So yeah, the Warriors just broke the NBA. They literally broke the NBA. And I'll be really angry if they can sign a good center other than JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia. Like, if they could get their hands on like a Marcin Gortat, they'd be unstoppable. Or a shot blocker that can spread the floor even more. So I'm gonna actually sim until the end of the season. So here we are at the end of the season, and our record is impressive for the first year, 45-37, and I think we got the fourth seed. And our chemistry is good because it's around 90%, which is good. Well, Russell Westbrook wins the MVP, and I skipped everything. So I'm just gonna see the player statistics. For us, Giannis had an exceptional season, did very good. So did Jabari Parker and Chris Middleton. Jordan Clarkson had an okay year. Michael Beasley off the bench was good. Greg Monroe is hurt. So is Jabari Parker, but his is a day-to-day, and he can play through it, which is very good for us. So that means Thon Maker will be our starting point guard. I mean, not point guard. Thon Maker will be our starting center. And yeah, it's crazy to see that all of these guys from like the 1 through 10, except one or two, are from the Western Conference. That's how like bad the Eastern Conference is now. Like the All-Star game, man, it's only going to be LeBron. Literally LeBron and like Isaiah Thomas and Gordon Hayward. But that also gives chances to be in the All-Star game for other players that usually don't get in, like maybe Reggie Jackson. So yeah, there's some ups and downs. So the bad thing about the trade that we did was that Nick Young is cold now, which is not a good thing for us. And this is going to be the last season. This is the first season. Next season will be the last season. And yeah, so we got knocked out in the first round, which was not very good because we were the fourth seed and we're facing the Raptors, right? Were we the fourth or the third seed? I think we were the fourth. No, we were the third actually. So we should be beating these guys, but no, we actually got eliminated. We got beat 4-1. So much for clinching the third seed. But whatever, I'm just gonna sim the rest of the playoffs. And Philly makes it into the finals, but Golden State dominates. And your finals MVP is Kevin Durant once again. So this offseason, I'm looking to sign a big free agent like a point guard, like Steph Curry. But I always fill contracts at stars like Kevin Durant. And we do not have a lottery pick, sadly. But I just want to see what pick we end up with. And we end up with pick number 22. And with the Pistons and Heat that bad? Wow, that's surprising. But whatever. So I'm going to see if I can trade up in the draft. or just trade a player. I tried to trade Dellavedova later on, but I traded Teletovic and a second round pick for J.R. Smith, which I thought was a good trade. Just looked at the rest of the offers, but I thought the J.R. Smith trade was the best because it's J.R. Smith and he can shoot. I think he deserves more than a 73 overall. Maybe like a 75. But let's just send to the draft, and yeah, I'll see you guys later to show you who I picked. And this is the auto-generated draft, so you won't know any of these names. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you then. So in the first round, we got Leroy Garner. And I thought he'd be a good player, but no, he's a 57 overall. While our second round pick is a 66, so I'm going to happily sign him instead of our first round pick. So yeah, I'm just looking at the qualifying offers and the, what is this? I forget. Whatever, I was just looking, I'm going to look for the qualifying offers to see who wants to sign back. Then we'll look for at my free agents and see if we can find someone big in free agency. Want to sign Tony Snell back, and he's asking for a minimum, so I'll happily offer that to him. And I just saw that we were 13 mil under, so we can't get a big name free agent, but I did not know that at the time, so I tried to go for big free agents. And I tried to offer these big names, and once I knew I was a lot under, I kept saving days to see if anyone would go for the mid-level exception, but no one did. There were some people asking for a lot of money, a lot more than I could give. So yeah, tried to offer all of these guys. Even like, I was surprised that Jeff Teague asks for so much money. Yeah. So I figured out that I couldn't sign any point guards. I tried to get Derrick Rose, thinking that he wouldn't want. I just tried to see how much money I could give. And I don't want anything lower than a 77 because that is what Jordan Clarkson is. So yeah. And recently Kevin Durant talked about his decision to sign with the Warriors. And like, this is the first time he actually talked about it. And before, at the ESPYs, Peyton Manning made a really funny joke about Kevin Durant and the U.S. gymnastics team. And it went like this. He said the U.S. gymnastics team was so dominant that Kevin Durant is probably going to join them too. And the look on Kevin Durant's face, like he was expressionless. He wasn't laughing, he wasn't smiling. And then Peyton Manning went like, I wonder how Russell Westbrook feels. Yeah, so then they showed a shot of Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, and they both were like smug, like they didn't have any expression. And I traded for somehow, I don't even know how, but we got Kemba Walker. And yeah, I wanted this to be a 10-man rotation and give Smith like a few minutes. I think I gave him 3. Yeah, I think I gave him 3 minutes. So yeah. And the rule I usually go with is 30 minutes for each starter at least. And then for the 6th and 7th man, 20 minutes. And then the rest, it doesn't really matter. So I wanted J.R. Smith to get some minutes. So I gave him some. So this is the last season. I'm going to sim till the end of the season, all the way through, and see how I do. Yeah, so I'm going all the way down to the last game, and it's against the Hawks, which I did last video as a rebuild. So yeah, see you at the end of the season. Sadly, we actually did worse this year than last year, even with the addition of Kemba Walker. We were 42 and 40 with 81 chemistry, which was not good because last year we had 90 chemistry. And LeBron James is your MVP. Jamon Rivera had an exceptional season. I don't know who he is, but he did great. He was the Rookie of the Year. Jeff Teague, I think he's backing up D'Angelo Russell, Sixth Man of the Year. Anthony Davis is your Defensive Player of the Year. He had a great season. Kyle Anderson is also the most improved. And then Sidney Lau, however you say it, is a Coach of the Year for the Wizards. So you can pause your screen here to just check the All NBA teams. I'm just going to breeze through them. Then the all defensive teams. So I'm just going to simulate these playoffs knowing that I probably won't even get past the first round because we were against the Cavs. And yes, we were eliminated by the Cavs in the first round. So this rebuild is also a complete failure because we didn't even make it out of the first round. So I hope you guys enjoyed this terrible rebuild. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And let's just see who the finals MVP is. And it is Draymond Green. That's a first.